Hey guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and I thought I'd take a moment to go ahead and talk to you guys about iOS 8.3 Beta 4. This is the newest version following a string of 3 beta updates to 8.3, and there's actually quite a bit of changes in this latest beta. A lot of significant updates have been made, and I thought you guys would like to see them. So there have been a few new features added, as well as some major bug fixes a lot of you guys were experiencing in iOS 8.2 or earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and go over all of those changes in iOS 8.3, latest version, Beta 4. Now, of course, the biggest change in iOS 8.3 is probably the emoji selector, as well as a wide variety of new emojis. Now, iOS 8.3 Beta 4 brings this frequently used tab back, and now you have all of your recently used emojis over here. Now, alongside that, there are a few new emojis as well in the latest beta release, and if you look over here, these guys all have yellow hair to match. If you select it, the hair color does change depending on the race. Racist or not, I don't know, but it is a nice feature to have. So now if you select it, this becomes the standard, and there's actually a little divider right here which will divide them from the rest. So if I select one guy, he will now be the automatic preset. Now in messages, of course, there are 2 tabs now. One of them is for your standard friends, people that you do know, and the second tab has been renamed in this latest beta to unknown senders. So this is pretty much your spam folder. Numbers that you don't recognize, numbers that appear suspicious will appear here. Pretty much clears up your messages application, a welcome change, and this has been renamed to unknown senders. Now when making a call through Siri, you can automatically ask Siri to place that phone in speakerphone call. Siri, place a speakerphone call to Phone Rebel.
Calling Phone Rebel.
So the phone call automatically starts with the loudspeaker enabled. Pretty cool feature. Now, if you're tired of putting in your password every single time you want to download a free application from the App Store, there's a new feature, and it's pretty awesome. It'll allow you to download free applications without needing to enter your passcode. In the iTunes and App Store settings, instead of settings, you now have this new tab called Password Settings. In here, you can choose whether or not you require a password for free downloads. Now, I can't get this to work right now. It must be a bug. I'm sure this will work in the final release, and it's a pretty neat feature. And a couple minor new features. So in settings, if you actually go into the general right now, there is no longer any CarPlay or wireless CarPlay option. I don't know why Apple removed that, but it will be available in the final version. And when you actually go into the photo application, the iCloud photo library is no longer in beta. So that beta tag has been removed. It's almost complete. Now, a feature in iOS 8.3 that's very welcome is actually in the Safari tab, the space bar is now wider. And this is something I shared with you guys before. It'll help you stop searching with the period button right here. So it's a little wider, so it's easier to press, whereas on 8.2, you'd be pressing the period button a lot instead of the space button. And there's actually a bug in 8.2 where you'd load anything. If you load it in landscape mode and then click back, the screen goes white, just like that. On 8.3, they did manage to fix that, so that no longer happens. A very little bug that they did manage to fix. Now, there also have been some adjustments to Siri. If you actually ask Siri, you will notice the voice is a little bit smoother. They have rounded the edges off Siri, so it definitely sounds a lot better. It can pronounce more difficult sentences better, and Siri now can understand several new languages. So Siri dictation works with many new languages, I think around 5 total, including Dutch and Russian, so a very welcome change. A couple other bugs they did take care of is if you have a third-party keyboard and you search in Spotlight, sometimes that keyboard won't appear. They took care of that bug. Sometimes your timestamps inside of messages, when you slide over to see those timestamps, they disappear as well. They did manage to fix that in 8.3 as well. And best of all, animations have been improved. So I'm actually going to put 8.2 on the left right here and 8.3 right here. And let me go ahead and show you how much better the animations are. Now, when opening and closing the app switcher, opening applications, you'll notice that 8.3 is a lot smoother, especially on the 6 Plus. And I'm going to go ahead and open the app switcher at the same time. You'll notice how on iOS 8.2, it hesitates just a little bit and then launches. On 8.3, it's like butter. It just opens up right away. Just like that. Look how cool that is. And lastly, I just wanted to show you guys the activity for the Apple Watch, the application for it. I did unlock it on my device, and in here you have your achievements. Now, this is something you can do on 8.2, not for 8.3, but I thought I'd just throw that in there. So these are the achievements, the little emojis you'll get for achieving certain things. For example, this is for a 7 workout week. So if you're going to be getting an Apple Watch, it's a pretty cool little achievement pane. I'm sure they'll be adding more. And you have your history tab right here, stand, exercise, and move. So of course, when we do have the Apple Watch, this will look a lot more colorful, a little bit better. But pretty cool to explore this before anyone else can. And you guys can unlock this too if you want. Really simple. I'll throw a link down below in the description so you guys can check this out on your devices right now. Anyways, guys, so that's iOS 8.3. Just thought I'd show you guys all of the new features in the latest beta 4 version. Definitely a firmware I'm looking forward to. Performance is better, animations are better. Certainly something you will be wanting to update to. As for the jailbreak, no word on that for 8.3, but 8.2 should be receiving one soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and iOS 8.3 too. Have a great day. Peace.